guys, welcome back to my YouTube video. Before I go any further, I'd like to just say thank you so much to everybody that subscribed to my channel, and thank you so much to everybody that watched my last video and showed love and shared positive comments and shared it and made everybody that they know watch it. I really appreciate it. I didn't think that I would reach 100 views on the first 24 hours, so I'm so excited that that happened, and I really appreciate it. Even if it was just one person watching it over and over again, like, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys just continue to support me through this whole YouTube thing. I'm very excited. The video that I'm filming today is the question that I'm asked about the most. Every time somebody finds out that I'm a new mom, they want to know this, and you'll probably have seen from the title, this is going to be my labor and delivery story video, and at the end of the video, that's when you guys will get to meet my beautiful, adorable baby boy. And yeah, man, continue watching if you're interested. On the 28th of October, I went to my 39-week appointment at my doctor. I went there with my partner. My partner, oh, he's so amazing. When I was pregnant, he went to all of my doctor visits, all my appointments, even when we're not really doing anything, it's just a quick checkup. He went to every single one of them, except one when he was out of town. But yeah, he was there with every single one of them. So I really love him for that. But yeah, we went to our 39-week appointment with my OB, and at this point, guys, I was so pregnant. I was heavily pregnant. I was 39 weeks in a couple of days. It was a Monday, and I was like, oh my god, exhausted. I was literally pulling myself to the appointment because, my god, I was so tired and exhausted and just done being pregnant. So at the appointment, we checked the baby, we checked his positioning, we checked his heart rate, and we also checked his weight. Everything was looking good. Baby boy was healthy and strong and kicking and playing around, so everything was fine. And then he got to asking me about myself, and I was like, doc, I am just tired. I'm done. I was struggling to walk, I was struggling to sit, I was struggling to breathe, I was having heartburn, my feet were sore, I was not wearing any kind of shoes than flip-flops. Even flip-flops were barely getting into my foot. So I was just so done being pregnant. So after I told my doctor about my whole struggle with my pregnancy, he suggested to me, or gave me the option of getting induced. I was not a high-risk pregnancy. I pretty much had a smooth pregnancy in terms of the health of the baby and the health of me. Every problem that I was having was just pregnancy symptoms, basically. So he was like, you know what, you can have the option of getting induced if you feel like you can't take it anymore. Then I was struggling, so it was definitely an option for me. I know that a lot of people are just like, no, you know what, let nature take its course and whatever, and I appreciate that, I respect that, but honeys, I was just about done. So we talked a little bit more about what that would mean if I got induced, and then lastly I asked him, if I were to agree to an induction, when will that be? He was like, 29th of October, which is the next day, which is the Tuesday. I had to be at the hospital at 6 a.m. in the morning. And I was like, whoa, that is so soon. I don't even know if I'm ready. But I was. I had everything packed. I had my hospital bag packed. I had everything that I needed as far as the baby, like everything that the baby would need in the first 3 months or so of his life. I was so ready. The doctor also told me that he will be traveling in the next couple of days, and that if I were to go into labor in the next couple of days, he would not be the one to deliver my baby, which was terrifying for me, because when I was looking for an OB, I wanted somebody who will also deliver my baby. I wanted somebody who was very familiar with my case, somebody who knew me, and I loved my doctor, guys. I love my doctor. I think he just has a good way of calming me down every time I feel like I'm freaking out and something is wrong and whatever. He was just really good at that throughout my whole pregnancy. So I really needed him for my labor, and that played a big part in us deciding to get induced, because we were like, because he was saying to me, the chances of you going into labor in the next couple of days are very, very high. So if I'm not there, you are most likely going to have another doctor deliver the baby. And guys, I did not want that. I wanted my doctor to deliver my baby. It was just something that was really, really important to me. I was ready to say, yes, we are inducing this baby tomorrow. But my partner was like, okay, no, maybe we need to just sit down, have a conversation about it and see what it would mean. Maybe do a little bit of a Google search, do something and whatever. So then we went to lunch, and at lunch we had a discussion on, how ready we actually were and what it meant and all that stuff. So we decided on an induction, and we went to the hospital that morning. And when I got to the hospital, actually in the morning, I was having some contractions. It wasn't really big, heavy contractions. I thought they were just Braxton Hicks. It was nothing really heavy or nothing that I couldn't really talk through or anything like that. I could talk through my contractions. I could walk through them. There was just a little bit of a pain, just like ouch, a little bit. And then everything was fine. I was just like, okay, no, it's nothing. They showed me my room, and I was in there. They said I should wait a little bit for the doctor. The doctor came in and instructed the nurse to, put some stuff on me to monitor the baby's heart rate, and also to just make sure basically that everything is working just fine. And then they put an IV on me. That IV was putting some oxytocin into my body. Basically, oxytocin is a hormone that induces labor. So they put it on me, and the doctor told me that the oxytocin was just going to be put on me in very small doses in the beginning, just up until they break my water. And he asked me if I was having contractions. I was like, yeah, I'm having contractions, just a little bit. And then he was like, okay, because you're already having contractions, we're just going to start with just really small doses, and then I will be back to break your water. And then he left for a little bit.
Yeah.
I've been having some bit of contractions this morning, so instead of putting the gel, he feels that he should just break my waters, because the gel might be too aggressive and make the contractions way too much, which might distress the baby. So what we're gonna do is they're gonna break my waters and see how my contractions go after that. Hopefully then that'll speed things along. And yeah, so right now I was just waiting for the doctor. Just took a shower and changed into this beautiful ensemble that they gave me here at the hospital. So right now I was just waiting for the doctor, and yeah, I'll just keep being positive thoughts, and yeah, I'm excited to meet my little boy now. So hopefully I don't have a long labor. I have a less than 12 hours is what I'm hoping for. So yeah.
And then me and Bae, we just kind of chilling, just chatting away, nothing really major is going on. You're chatting for about an hour.
So how are you today, yeah? How you feeling?
Feeling excited and nervous, but mostly excited.
Who's that making noise? Who's that making that noise?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, hello, man. We hear you. I guess he wants to be a part of this interview.
doctor came back, and the doctor was ready to break my water. He's like, are you ready for your water to be broken? I was like, sure. Hey, he broke my water, and then after that there was like a splash of water, just poor guy, his view. And then I stood up a little bit to go to the bathroom, and when I stood up, more water was like dripping down my thighs. I'm so sorry guys, this video is gonna be TMI, so if this is making you any kind of uncomfortable, just click out now because it's only gonna get more graphic. So after they broke my water and cleaned up the wet mess that was going on around me on the bed and on the floor and all the mess that I had created with my water breaking, I went back into the bed, and then they increased the dosage of the oxytocin on my IV. So we chilled there for a moment, had a little bit of a chat. The doctor left and all the nurses left, and they left me and Bay for a little bit. Me and Junita, my partner. Yeah, so we were just chatting it out there, you know. So after a few minutes of just chatting away, after everybody left, I started feeling some contractions. Like, ooh, what is that? You know, this don't feel like the Braxton Hicks that I've been having when I walked in here. This feels really, you know, real, because it was quite painful. It was quite painful, and I was like, okay, this is different. These contractions are a bit different. And then I think a doctor walked in, no, a nurse walked in, and then she told my Junita that there's some papers that he needs to go and sign, and then he left to the reception to do whatever he needed to do. And then the doctor came back in while Junita was away. The doctor came back in to check on me. So the doctor walks in, and then he's like, what's going on? And guys, at this point, I am dying. I am literally like having contractions every minute, and they are lasting longer and longer, and I am screaming and I'm trying to keep calm, but it hurts so bad, and I'm like, ouch, ouch, ouch. But the nurse, guys, that lady, guys, she was just like so calm, you know, just being like, Emma, but this is so painful. Why is she not like feeling my pain? But she was so chill, just walking around like she cannot see that there is somebody who is dying in her hospital. Like, she was just so chilled. Like, I was like, like, can somebody just call my doctor, because I think this baby is coming out right now, because I was having contractions and they were getting so painful. And then the doctor walks in, and the doctor walks in is like, Tata, what's going on? I'm like, doc, I need to poop. Yes, guys, it felt like I needed to poop, and I was screaming, and I was like, oh my god. And then he was checking, and then he checked how far dilated I was, and I was about 7 centimeters at that point. And he was shook, because I had been there in the hospital for like 3 hours. So he was like, wait, there's no way you're 7 centimeters. But I was like, And next thing, when he says I'm 7 centimeters, that's when Junita comes back. And then he comes back, he's finding me screaming on my side, turning to my other side. And I'm like, oh my god, like, I can't do this. I need this baby out, guys. I need to push. And then he walks in, he's like, wait, when did things escalate? Because when he left, we were just chatting. He was like, I was literally gone for a few minutes. When did things escalate to a point where you're 7 centimeters dilated and you're screaming? Like, what is going on? And I'm like, babe, this baby is about to come, I'm telling you. But the nurse was not even like flinching, because I think she really thought that there is no way that the induction could work that quickly. Like, there is no way. She was just like, it's just like normal contractions. I think she's exaggerating. Until the doctor was like, checking me at 7 centimeters. And then, you know, after he checks me, he's like, okay, so we're gonna wait it out until you're 10 centimeters, which is like typically what you should do. I'm like, hey, mister, this baby is coming. Like, I can feel him. I feel like I need to poop. And then I remember telling the nurse, I was like, nurse, can I please go to the bathroom? She's like, girl, if you go to the bathroom, that's where you're going to have the baby. Because that poop feeling that you're having, that is the baby, okay? It's not poop. I was like, oh my God, get this baby out. I was just screaming. I remember for a moment there, Junita was back at this point, and he's holding my hand, and I'm squeezing it, and I'm looking at him, and he's helping. He's like, baby, breathe, breathe, because that's what we learned at the birth class. He's like, breathe, and I'm like, nigga, like, do not tell me to breathe because I'm going to punch you in the face. Like, I was like, oh, I hate you right now. I was in between just asking him to leave altogether, but also needing him. I remember being in so much pain and just being because I was reaching for the bed, like on the sides of the bed, and I was like tossing and turning, and the IV was disturbing me. Like, I still had my IV in and what disturbing me. I remember ripping it out like this and throwing it on the floor, and then a splash of blood just going out. I was like, this shit is disturbing me. I need to have my hands to reach for stuff. And then the doctor comes back, and then he's like telling the nurse, can somebody just give her something for the pain? I was like, yes, can somebody give me something for the pain? Then a nurse injected me. And then after the nurse injected me, I was like, still in so much pain. So my head is like, wasn't that supposed to be for the pain? Because I am not feeling less pain right now. In fact, it's getting worse. And then at that point, the doctor was like, okay, you know what? I can see that you are like just about ready to push. And she's like, are you ready to push? I'm like, I'm ready to push this baby out. Like, I'm done. Like, I am going to push. And then he's like, well, let's push. I pushed. I didn't even push for long, guys. I didn't push for long. I think I pushed for about maybe 10 minutes, and baby boy was out. Oh my God, guys. Let me tell you something. The moment the head is out, there is this feeling of relief, this feeling of weight leaving your body that is just indescribable. I can't describe it. It was so crazy that I felt so different right after the contraction stopped. Everything stopped. Like, the pain stopped and everything like that. It was just like so magical. Like, it was just crazy. And then after the baby was out, I had to push out the placenta. So pushing out the placenta was really nothing. I don't even remember feeling anything when I was pushing it out. I guess I would have sneezed and it would have come out. So it wasn't really anything that deep. I pushed it out, and then after that I had some tearing, and then he sewed me up together. When I was getting stitches, guys, I didn't feel anything. Let me tell you something about my doctor. This man is trying to chat me up while he's all up in my hoo-ha. He is just stitching me up so slowly, and he's talking to me like, so yeah, man, wow, how old are you again, Tata? And I'm like, 26. It's like, wow, 26. You know what I was doing when I was 26? And he's chatting it away and chatting. By this point, Junita has gone with the baby, like that, on the other side with the baby. And I'm just like, this doctor why is he trying to chat me up while he's looking in my vagina? Like, that is so weird. But I wasn't feeling any pain, which is great, because I think after going through that much pain of pushing a baby out, that didn't feel like anything. So it was just like incredible. And I thank God every single day that I didn't have a long labor, because that's one thing that I didn't want ever. I did not want to be in labor for too long, but I knew that with an induction I was ready for a long labor. And I felt like I was so blessed. I was so blessed to not have a long labor. And yeah, man, there must be some truth to the whole hips thing, because I have really wide hips. So I guess there is some truth to like childbearing hips type thing. I don't know, you tell me. But my doctor says there's some truth to it. So, and he's an OB, so I guess he knows something that we don't. Yeah, but all in all, it was, looking back, I realized that I had an easy labor, compared to other moms out there. I know that it gets really hard, it can get really crazy, and I'm really thankful and blessed to have had an experience like I did. I particularly enjoyed my stay. I particularly enjoyed my experience, my labor and delivery. I have nothing to complain about. Everybody at Bokamoso who helped me, you guys are awesome, are amazing. And there's a male nurse there at Bokamoso who was like so amazing. Even though he just came in a little bit and then just left, he wasn't like our, primary caregiver, primary nurse. There was a male nurse who was just really making light of the situation and kind of calming us all down when we were sort of like in a freak out. So I really appreciate him, and I appreciate my doctor who was amazing and delivered my baby boy. He is healthy, he is strong, and he is amazing. Cranky while I'm showing him off to you guys. Anyway, so this is my baby boy Roo. He's so perfect. I know he's the cutest little thing that you've ever laid your eyes on. Wait, let me fix it. So this is my baby boy Ruru. I know we look alike, guys, and we both desperately need to get our hair cut. Yeah, he's so happy. He's so happy to meet you guys. His hair is so big, guys. I know we have to cut it. But anyway, this is him. He is 4 months old now. So it's been 4 months since he came into the world, and he is so perfect. I could never have asked for a better baby boy. He is so sweet. He doesn't cry. Ray. He never ever cries, guys. Sometimes we can go for days not knowing that there is a baby in the house. Say hi to everyone. So he's drooling a lot because he's currently teething, and funny enough, he's not really much of a crier when he's teething. I thought that teething was just a horrible thing for most babies. They cry a lot, but he doesn't cry at all. Yes, he doesn't cry a lot. Yeah, I think he's getting hungry now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys subscribe and like this video and leave a sweet comment where you can. And also, I hope you guys are keeping safe amid this whole coronavirus thingy. We are on social distancing vibes. We are trying to stay at home as much as we possibly can. Know that we are blessed enough to not have any confirmed cases yet here in Botswana, but I think we have to be safe still. I know that a lot of people are not actually taking this as seriously as it actually is because there's no confirmed cases here. But come on, guys, let's just take heed of what the government says we should do, and let's just do it. It doesn't hurt to just stay home if you can. And it doesn't hurt to stay home if you can. If you don't have to go to work, if you don't have to go to the club, if you don't have to do that, let us just stay home and stay safe. Goodness. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Goodbye. Say bye-bye, everybody. Bye.